The book of Revelation 11 verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Call Allah Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to the hopeful like men that scattered abroad, pushing the truth without sincerity, presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice. And shalom to the few sisters that's returning to Yahweh Shemashah again in orders of these last days. Come at you with a quick video, concerning the topic of WW3, right? And this topic is in this article from End Time Headlines, right? It states, Putin says Russia has tested next generation nuclear weapon. And I want to grab that word, next generation, right? Because we know they're doing what? They're getting ready for what? WW3. It's like it says next generation at the latest or further coming stage in development. So what are they doing? They're getting ready for what? A particular event. And they're not just creating these missiles to just have them for decoration, right? They're made to be used, right? And before I even go, before I even start reading this article, I want to go inside a quick precept right quick, right? Because me just speaking on that part, right? They're creating these missiles. What is for a use? It's a lot here for the yawning. Pretty late. It's the book of Isaiah 54, verse 16. It says, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. It's symbolic to these missiles, man. The Lord put His Spirit on these the scientists, you can call them, to create missiles, man. Right? That's like if you create a handgun, a 40, a Glock, 38, whatever. Right? Their mission is to destroy something once that bullet is slacking. That the job of a gun, right? This purpose, right? Once you shoot it, is to destroy a target. Right? Same thing with these missiles, man. Once they're being shot out of those silos, they're meant to target something and destroy it. Right? And we know 200 million missiles going to hit Babylon the Great, right? Known as America. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and read this article. I may bring that same precept back out, but we shall see. Right? So it says, President Vladimir Putin said on Thursday that Russia has successfully tested a potent new strategic missile and declined to rule out the possibility it could carry. It's like it said, President Vladimir Putin said on Thursday that Russia has successfully tested a potent new strategic missile and declined to rule out the possibility it could carry out weapons tests involving nuclear explosion for the first time in more than 3 decades. And I want to grab that word potent, because that's a key word too, because we know a Putin ready. Right? It says having great power. Right? All the revelations we hear about how the horses they're gonna run with a lot of might. You're gonna hear these horses marching. Symbolic to these missiles. Right? So that means potent. That means it got a lot of power to it, man. Right? It's like it says, influence. The main word you could use is effect, because it's gonna affect a lot, right? It's gonna be to the point where you won't be able to inhabit America again. It's like you. All right, so let me go back. It says President Vladimir Putin said on Thursday that Russia had successfully tested a potent new strategic missile, right? Probably that Satan II that they was talking about. It says, and declined to rule out the possibility it could carry out weapons tests involving nuclear explosion for the first time in more than 3 decades. Putin said for the first time that Moscow had successfully tested up, forgive me for saying this wrong, but Berezovnik, a nuclear-powered and nuclear-capable cruise missile with a potential range of many thousands of missiles. I don't know what's up with all this yawning. This shit's crazy. Right? But it says he also told an annual gathering of analysts and journalists that Russia had almost completed work of its Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile system, another key element of its new generation of nuclear weapons. Go down some more. It says Putin, who was repeatedly reminded the world of Russia's nuclear might since launching his invasion on Ukraine February 24, 2022, said no one in their right mind would use nuclear weapons against Russia, right? So the spirit of war is up there, man, right? Putin is clearly letting it be known to the world that, hey, they're ready for war, right? Hey, Matthew 24, you should hear wars and rumors of wars. Right, but the end should be not yet, right? Because more prophecy have to go in front of it, such as the Qaragma, Revelation 13:16. Right, but it says, if such an attack was detected, he said, such a number of our missiles, hundreds and hundreds, would appear in the air that not a single enemy will have a chance of survival. Right, and that's heavy, because we know all these nations are going to turn against America, I'm thinking about it on a different wave, right? Down the Ukraine situation. When World War III pops off, it will be every nation against Babylon the Great, America. What he said, hundreds and hundreds. Now let's grab a quick precept right quick. Just the book of Revelation, right? Because a lot of these nations are going to help out, but it's just the thing that he said. Revelation 9:16, yeah. It says, I start from 15. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them, right? The missiles are going to be roaring, real loud effective, real potent, like it says at the article. And it said 200,000, that's 200 million, right? And it says, what he said, it says would appear in the air. It said hundreds would appear in the air that not a single enemy would have a chance of survival, right? Because these missiles are going to be boom, 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 boom. You won't have a chance of walking out of that, man. It says Russia has not conducted a test involving a nuclear explosion since 1990. The year before the collapse of the Soviet Union. But Putin declined to rule out the possibility it could resume such testing. He noted that the United States had not ratified the treaty that bans nuclear tests, whereas Russia had both signed and ratified it. It would be theoretically possible for the Duma, Russia's parliament, to revoke its ratification, he said. I didn't want to read too far much. Yeah. What it says, military analyst says a presumption of nuclear testing by Russia, the United States, or both would be profoundly destabilizing at a time when tensions between the two countries are greater than at any time in the past 60 years. Right? So I didn't want to read too much further. You got more in here. But the point was being made, right? is that, Putin is he's ready, right? He has pretty much got his missiles ready for World War III, and we know that a World War III is shortly after the Karagma has been made manifested, right? Made mandatory, right? So I'm going to dive into a couple of precepts, and Lord willing, it's edifying. It's the book of Habakkuk 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, right? That vision, we're speaking about right now is what? Hey, the WW3 missiles, right? The intercontinental ballistic missiles, right? At an appointed time, you're going to hear sirens. I know people heard about the October 4th national test, right, in Babylon. Also, Russia had one as well, right? But hey, when a time like that, hey, they're gonna be ringing those same sirens, letting you know that missiles is finna be shot from all over the continent, mainly Russia, right, to hit Babylon the Great. Because it says, but at the end it shall speak, right? It should play out, So I can move to the book of Joel, chapter 2. And, this right here is a good portion of it right here. Right, it says Joel chapter 2, verse 1. It says, blow you the trumpet in Zion, right? It's a people for it's a place, So blowing that trumpet, that shofar, that ram's horn, warning the people about what? Hey, the time of war, right? Blowing that distinctive sound. It says, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of the Lord, Yahweh cometh, right? Yahweh Shemel Shah. For it is not at hand, a day of darkness and of gloominess, and a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it. Even to the nations, even to the years of many generations. It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth, right? Representing a nuclear missile, right? A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and the land, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yet and nothing shall escape them. That's symbolic to how America is a place of rest, comfort, and luxury before the missiles, right? And after that the missiles hit, this place gonna be, swept clean. It's gonna be to where you can't dwell upon it no more. Right, that's how much missiles gonna hit this place, right? And Putin has already let you know he's already preparing with next generation missiles. It says the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, right? Because of the mightiness of it, the strongness of it. And as horsemen, so shall they run, right? And they're not gonna be bumping into each other. They're just gonna be every missile gonna be hitting a target. It says, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble. And as a strong people set in battle array. It says, before their face, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. Talking about those missiles, right? That once those missiles start hitting, what's the word? The effect, the wind, right? The wind gonna carry gonna carry that fire as well, right? But it says they shall run like They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, right? They're gonna be climbing over these tall buildings, devouring tall buildings just like that. It says, and they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks, right? And they're not breaking their ranks by what? Once they be shot out those silos, right? They're not going to bump into another missile, Every missile is going to make its way, to America, right? They're not going to bump into each other and blow up in the air, because if you need to know, you should know, right? These missiles are a part of Yahweh Shem Shai's army, so the Lord is actually guiding these missiles over here to hit their designated target as well. It says, verse 8, neither shall one thrust another, right? Like I just said, when you bump it, if it's not breaking, if they break their rank, they mean they're going to thrust against each other. They're going to, fall into each other and blow up, right? But the Lord said that neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path. And when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. They're gonna be. Matter of fact, go back to the the time where it was in Lebanon. They had the missile thing going on. And that's a clear example. When that missile finally hit, you seen the wave of wind just shattering hella buildings, right? It says the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining, and the Lord Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. They write those missiles, for he is strong that execute of his word. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is great and very terrible, and who can abide it, right? Because you won't be able to, if you're not part of the elect remnant, you won't be able to abide until the day of WW3. Right, which Putin has already let you know that it's going to be some next generation stuff. These missiles are going to be very potent, man. Very effective, right? It's telling you that in the book of Isaiah, which one to grab. And it's not going to be too long. I'm finna wrap it up right now, right? Just want to grab the main point, right? Just right here, the book of Isaiah 13, verse 17. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes, right, which is the modern day Russia. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver. And as for gold, they shall not delight in it, right? Because we see that these nations are not worrying about getting no money back. It's to the point now they rather just get their lick back, which is with war. Right, and that's what he's doing. And the Lord is stirring up the minds, right? The host of the battle, right? He's stirring these nations to get them in that war spirit, right? War ready. It says, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it, right? So they mean they won't care for it. They don't want no money back. They just want blood. He says, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children, right? When these missiles being shot out them silos, they're not going to be, skipping around so they don't hit no type of child, right? They're not sparing nobody. Simple as that, right? When these missiles be shot off, they're meant to make a statement, And it's the point right here as well. And Babylon, the glory of the kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when Yahweh Shem Shai overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. That's how beautiful it's going to be, just like how it was when they overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, right? Talking about America. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold. Right, it's the point right there. It all trickled down to World War III. Putin is setting this thing up to to get ready for World War III. So we can go to the point where once the missiles are shot off and came to America, right, it's going to be as Sodom and Gomorrah. You can't tell which way is from left and right. Right, it's going to the point where the Arabian, no nation come over here and set up shop, try to start like a civilization. It'll be over with then, But that's just the point on that. This article, I just want to bring that up because, the thing that standing out was, it said Putin says Russia has tested next generation nuclear weapon, right? Them Satan 1s and Satan 2s, right? They're testing these things because they know down the line this prophecy will happen, So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the point. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Kakadash. Till next time I say Shalom.